Hello, welcome to my channel. Show you how I make a OC and like the process of it. It starts in the middle of my sketchbook on the 6th of May. This character took me a month to create, and I really like to take my time and just let it flow naturally. Some characters may take longer, some may take less. Modeled her from my own face, but this looks nothing like me. Yeah, this was not, it was kind of rough. These were just the first drafts I did. Oh my gosh, so yeah, I was like writing about her story, but I don't want to show it because I'm not going for that story anymore. But it was just a brainstorming. So her hair, I took inspiration basically from a wig I have. I'm wearing this wig, and as I'm drawing, I'm like just looking at myself, because every single OC and self-insert OC is inspired as aspects from myself. Just going over her face again and again. Don't know what that is. Yeah, because I just have to keep experimenting and going through like repetition. You know, like I'm thinking, oh, maybe I really like short hair. Like every character I try to give them a distinct facial feature or facial features, you know, to make them look a little bit different. So just experimenting with different noses and lips and eyes and just widths from each proportion and feature. I was like, oh, let me give her the Ranji cut. Really like half up, half down. I think it's really cool. It makes you look like a badass. This, like the beginning stages, I was thinking, okay, she's gonna be a fighter, so gave her something practical. I really like this half up, half down, and I really like that face. Oh, okay. Wait. This was like an old one. So like, yeah, she's like going through literally like just stages, you know, like she looks completely different each stage, because I'm just seeing like what I like. I'm just figuring out her face, you know. I want to give her like a long face, like an oval face, because I have an oval face shape. Her clothes, maybe, you know, is she a fighter or is she just like some NPC? Started looking on Pinterest and found this actress from this show had this look. Liked these like bangs that split in the middle and they like frame the face kind of round. I really liked that. How do I incorporate some elements that random elements that I find? You know, is she a shamisen player? Does she play music? Yeah, it's from really liked her hair. They start like, okay, well, I start going another direction, taking back the hairstyle, you know, and then I start incorporating a flower. I think it kind of balances it out and makes her look sweet, you know, because this character, she's very like kind, so something to kind of show that femininity and that softness, you know, by giving her a little flower. And I like how it kind of frames it. I'm getting confused where I'm going, so bear with me. Okay, it was 2nd of June. I'm like keeping track. I found something consistent. I really like the flower and the way it like air kind of goes round and frames, but I sort of come back to something later in her design. Drawing like facial expressions helps me really feel the character is alive, you know, because when I'm just like trying to figure out like hair and facial features, the way emotions look on different characters it varies. Still can't make up my mind. I'm like, oh, but I really love half up, half down. Like, do I make it longer? Or do I just like, see, this is like the two hairstyles I like. Oh my god, okay, what if she was like a double life kind of thing, where this is like she's more put together, and then this one, like, I don't know, maybe she's like a secret bandit or something. I don't know. Really just brainstorming. Don't know where it's going, but I'm just going with it. Yeah, so like, you know, maybe she's like a She has like her hair like this sometimes, and then like this when she has to like look all put together. Also, when I do facial expressions, I get to explore their personality. Like, it's really like I'm brainstorming their personality too. That's why like it's so much repetition. Okay, and then finally, do I give a braids? But it's like, no, this doesn't look at all like what I'm envisioning. It doesn't even fit in like the place she comes from, which is like Japan. Before I said I really liked the bangs, you know, that go like that. So 9th of June, this is when I start feeling happy with a design, my design for her. Like it's getting closer to what I want. Flower, the balance, like I don't know, what's it, the symmetry, it kind of shows, like it would make you assume this character is very put together, and expressions as well. Finalized like full body sketch of her with her name that I came up with. This is the stage where like I've got her locked down. She's not some kind of like samurai or warrior or anything like that. She's more just like an NPC, but she's still very important to the place I'm inserting her. Maybe does she play, you know? Drawing them like when in different ages helps too, but I don't use this anymore. I gave her like a whole story, this whole revenge story, but I don't want to use this anymore, and that's not her age as well. But you know, it's like you experiment and you kind of brainstorm visually. This is my favorite portrait sketch of her. This is the closest to how I want how she looks like in my head. I'm like looking through like names I can name her. Sketch, I didn't like that one. Flower and the bangs, like when you're making like your own character, they don't have to be like crazy looking, you know? If you want that, then that's completely fine, go for it. You don't have to look so complicated to be cool, because rarely like only except for the main character, rarely like the other characters look crazy and complicated, you know? And even main characters, I mean, depending on like what, if it's a more of a cartoon for children versus like, you know what I mean, like, you know, different designs vary. Just experimenting. Okay, so this I'm like, this was when I still thought like, okay, maybe she's like a fighter, like she can use a weapon. And I started like researching on like some like traditional Japanese weapons, and I found this one. I forgot what it was called. Something starts with N, and it's this like really long sword, you know, with like a short blade, and it was like used by men and women in ancient Japan and samurai and stuff. But it's like a very old weapon. This was like before they had like samurai swords, I think. I don't know though, I'm probably wrong, I could be wrong. It was really fun though. Like I don't want this anymore. I don't want her to be a like skilled OP fighter anymore. But at the time, you know, I was just when I was exploring, I liked the idea, so I drew her in like some like what she'd look like maybe in a, and it still looks cool. I still think it looks really cool, but I'm not using this anymore. I really like this weapon. Like low-key, if I was some cool badass like samurai, I would love this weapon. I don't know why, I loved it, and I watch like videos of people using it. I just think it's really cool, the back of her head, because I have no idea how this hairstyle looks at the back. So this is a nice sketch. They're all from references from Pinterest. Yeah, I don't know much to say about that. Some more. She looks like she feels awful in this sketch. For her face, like I want to keep it an oval, but like her chin, I was figuring out this time how like what kind of shape it will be. And that's the thing about like when you're making a character and you keep drawing them, you just see what sticks for you, what you naturally are drawn to drawing again and again. I think that's like the reason why like repetition is so important, because you have to draw a character over and over again in animation. Naturally will leave out like things that are like unnecessary or too much. You know, you want to keep it as simple as possible. So it's kind of like I was training myself without even realizing to leave out like unnecessary things and to keep it simple as possible. Experimenting, does she have a weapon? And you know, what does it look like on the side? Does she have like some kind of bun or something? Oh, sorry, clothes look like behind. And yeah, maybe she has a small little bun. I like this, you know. Also, I love drawing kimonos, especially the little like swoop. I don't like this sketch. I try to make it detailed. I don't like this at all, but this is my favorite one out of the whole thing. This is like the one where I'm like, yes, like I feel like I kind of moved forward in her design because I really like the shapes and the silhouette of this one. Some like blood on her, like I don't know, larger sketch, more detailed sketch. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make this really detailed and you know, it's gonna be really cool and good, but this looks like shit. And I was trying to draw her more like realistic. I used markers that are like running out. This was not what she looked like at all, but I was still struggling with like her facial features and making up my mind how those features looked like. Just tell like I just didn't have a shape down. I was still very unsure. Yeah, I was trying to draw her more realistic. This one I did from my imagination and this one I did from a reference. And I don't know, man. I like this one though, this is nice. Okay, and then full body one again. Whenever I like want to check in with like how I am with the design, I just do a full body. Yeah, I think this was when I was like, okay, I've done enough sketches of the same thing. I'm pretty happy with this. You look at her, like for me, I just see like she's kind and she's soft, but she's not to be played with. I drew her posture, her stance, you know. This is just what I get from it. I don't know if it's obvious to anyone else, but this is Lily Tasuki. In the beginning, what color scheme I give her. It was the face shape I wanted, flower, bangs. I actually stole her color scheme from this image, and it's just like 2 colors, but sometimes like it's when you see something, have like a little spark of what they'll look like then. But yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to show the process from the first little sketches to the final finished design. Obviously like I can still change this, but right now like I'm at a point now where this is exactly what she looks like in my head. And the way I create a character is by repetition and inspiration, stealing little bits and pieces of what I like and then putting them all into one smoothie and then, you know, making something. Thanks for watching and I hope you have a great day. Bye bye.